Welcome to a new episode of ArtChitecture Time. My name is Brenda Lucy Ortiz Clark and I'm founder of BLOC Art, the local art portfolio. In today's episode, we got as a special guest Ignacio Martinez. He's an ally of BLOC Art and he's an interior designer from Argentina. We've been working together since Casa Cor 2019 as well, as he chose 4 of our artists to be part of his English Foya project. These 4 artists were Martín López de Romaña, Patica Jenkins Gibson, Sandra Cannock, and Emilio Longhi. So, are you ready for today's ep? When I talk about Ignacio Martinez, I'm definitely referring to a very artistic person. How so? Since he was a kid, he followed art courses and participated in literary and drawing competitions nationwide. He's an Argentinian designer and he has worked with different galleries and artists, making and creating this connection so he can get the best idea for the project that he wants to achieve. Martinez understands each space as unique as the client himself, and that living art is the best way to elevate the spirit. He has works published in the most recognized specialized media in his native Argentina. His studio carries out commercial and residential works in Buenos Aires and for a little over a year in Lima, Peru. I was introduced to Ignacio through Dani, our lovely curator, and the first time then that I met him, I could tell that he's a very special person because he wanted to include and wanted to have art not only as part of the space of the sala that he had during Casa Cor, but the conversation that create this 6 artists at the end, because he included 2 more from Argentina. It was just exquisite, and I think that that's the right adjective to include in Ignacio's work. Now we're going to hear more about the process from Ignacio's experience and as well how he managed to include all of this art in the English Foya for Casa Cor 2019.
Hey everyone, my name is Ignacio Martinez Arguello. I'm an interior designer from Argentina who's living in Peru right now. And today we're going to talk about the process of choosing the right piece of art for Casa Cor 2019. Now for my space and for any other space, we don't have any client. So my idea was to design the space for someone who's a bit more sophisticated, well-traveled, who lives with a lot of antiques. But since that person is very young, I wanted to incorporate more modern pieces of art. Now, for the classical side, I chose pieces from Martín López de Romaña. Those pieces are some sort of homage to Van Gogh or maybe El Greco. So those are really collages, and they're very interesting because when you get close to them, you can actually see the texture and the little pieces that he used to create those pieces of art. Another funny thing that we incorporated was Sandra Cannock's large candy made out of resin. That was really interesting because it's something that you do when you welcome someone to your house. You either offer them a drink or you offer them something to eat. So for that reason, I chose these big ass candies that are very, very interesting and kind of like iconic pieces. Other things that we incorporated for the modern side of the space was Paticas Jenkins Gibson's really large, bold, iconic pieces, really colorful, so that really caught people's attention. It was also very interesting. And to tell more about the story, we contacted Emilio Longhi, who created this amazing iron fox. Well, actually it was made out of bronze. It is a fox that kind of resembled taxidermy, because I didn't want to have any dead animals in my space, of course. But I wanted to tell the story of a hunting lodge for this English gentleman who lives in a modern house, or a modern take of the British house. We also incorporated from Emilio a very interesting skull that's kind of Shakespearean. So as you can see, we told a very complex story, because we have from one side modern pieces, but others more traditional. So I wanted to recreate this conflict, this inner conflict that the client has between what is expected from him and what he actually wants to do. So he's kind of a rebel. And also what's interesting about working with a gallery is that I also had two photographers that I brought from Argentina, from a total different artist that's not represented by the gallery. And when I talked to the people in BLOC Art, they understood perfectly what we needed to do, and we added pieces to create a dialogue between everything. So that's really, really important, because in real life, when you go to someone's house, a client's house, you already have pieces of furniture, you already have pieces of art, so you're not always starting from scratch. So it's important to understand what you have and then work from that. So I'm very pleased with the result of what we achieved in Casa Cor, and hopefully you guys liked it too. Take care.
Thank you very much, Ignacio, for all your information. And I really find quite interesting how he deconstructed and explained the different ideas, no, and the essence that every single one of the art pieces and the style of the artist could support the full idea of the English foyer, the project presented for Casa Cor. For example, Martin Lopez de Romaña with the more classical style, Patika Jenkins Gibson with very bold paintings, this geometric abstraction that she brings, no, and considering that Ignacio used yellow tone for the entire walls, and Emilio Longis with the fox, no, it was very interesting about like how it socialized and created an interaction with the public, with the audience during this specific interior design fair. And Sandra Cano's Candies that explains about the how to be gentle once you, or warm once you arrive to a home. Well, so this is all for today's ep. Just wanted to remind you that right now we have our special campaign fundraising event, #DonaConArte, that supports and funds for the rehabilitation and treatment of child burn victims of ANICEM. ANICEM is the association that helps child burn victims for more than 20 years, currently here in Peru, and they've been doing an amazing job, an exceptional job during this period of time. You may find art pieces starting from $150 and up, and as well there are some of the art pieces that could fund 85% and could donate 85% to the association for this specific cause. So in case if you're more interested, you just need to click on the link that it's on our Instagram, and don't forget to like this video and share it. So remember, spread the art, keep safe, and I hope that you have a lovely one. Bye.